Welcome to Techstination. Joining us are Dave and Nikki Russell. Dave is the CEO and founder of Puro Sound Labs, and Nikki is his daughter, Vice President of Logistics. Thank you for joining us, Dave and Nikki.
Thanks for having us.
Well, tell us first of all, I'll let you take it one at a time. Maybe you'll start off, Dave. Give us the background of what this company is all about.
Okay. So we were founded in 2014. Myself and a couple other gentlemen, my co-founders, started the company, and our whole intent was to go off and try to figure out how to do high-quality headphones at super great prices. And when we went off and started doing our research and looking for products and things like that, with a simple Google or Amazon search, heck, there's a lot of people doing the same thing. So we kind of focused in on doing more of looking at a kids type of a product, volume limiting, and one of my partners beginning had a slug of kids, and they came up with the concept, and then around that same time as when Nikki was going to school back out east, she went and got her hearing tested because she was having some issues with muffled sounds and things like that, and she got a hearing test and found out that she had noise-induced hearing loss. So about that, looking back over the years of Nikki being a late bloomer and didn't want to drive to high school, so that was my job. I would drive her to high school, and she would be wearing her headphones, listening on her iPhone, and once in a while I'd have to say, "Hey, honey, is that too loud?" And naturally she would say no. So lo and behold, we found out that she has noise-induced hearing loss. So our focus on the company turned into 100% looking at doing volume-limiting products aimed towards children. And the key on that is great audio quality with a sound-limiting feature that basically the audio can't go over 85 decibels.
And Nikki, I guess
that's where we're at today.
Your reply to your dad sounds really familiar to a lot of parents out there that who are sitting and hearing almost what you hear when you're wearing the headphones.
Yeah, exactly. I was embarrassed, really. I was like, no, I can hear just fine. Like, this is how loud I have to have it for me to be able to hear the vocals well. So it was kind of a little bit of denial. And then I was in college in Boston, and I just noticed there was problems in class. So I went to Mass General and got my ears tested, and then found out I had some hearing loss. So that really sparked the whole thing.
Well, terrific. And you've got some great products on the market. Dave, I'm going to let you tell me a little bit about I guess you've got two main models of headphones out there right now.
Yeah. So, our first product, which we're still selling to this date, is our BT2200. Kind of just rolls off the tongue with a great name. But it's Bluetooth, and it was the second version that we were working on. And it's volume limiting. It's got a CSR chipset to go off and help with the Bluetooth connection along with the audio quality. And right now with that product, our MSRP is $99.99. And during the holiday period, we're down to anywhere between $74.99 and $79.99. And then just the last 10 days, we launched a new product, which is what we call our Puro Quiet. And it's basically some of the similar features with the DSP and volume limiting that our BT2200 has, but we added active noise canceling to that product. And we've got a couple pretty good reviews. So those are our main two products. They come in multiple colors. And the Puro Quiet is sold for $199.99, and that's available in the U.S. It soon will be launched. We'll follow Amazon account around the world and be launched all over the world, just like our BT2200 is. So those are our main two products, and next year we'll be coming out with some other new ones we're focusing on. Again, we're going to focus on kids and volume limiting, but we're going to be looking at doing a neckband Bluetooth sport type of a product, along with we got some young people that work at our company, and they're just crazy about this Fortnite thing. So they're always listening and playing their games and got the headphones on. So we're probably going to look at doing some kind of a gamer device as well. Again, with some of the same features.
Now tell us what parents should know about the need for this and what the technology that you have is doing to protect their children's hearing.
Yeah. So again, like Nikki's comments earlier about, and my comments about, hey, honey, is that too loud? So if you can hear the music or whatever they're listening to when you're sitting next to your child and they have headphones on, it's probably too loud. You can go off you probably simply can go off and say, okay, son or daughter, you should only listen to your volume at 60%. That's the level you should listen to. Don't turn it up any higher than that, but 60%, that's where it's at.
There's no way to implement that if you're just doing it off the honor system. Let's be real.
Yeah, exactly. So if you're sitting next to somebody and you can hear the stuff, it's too loud. A lot of people turn it up so they can be in their own little world. And with the proliferation of mobile devices out there, I mean, there's billions of them out there. It's going to continue to be an issue with noise-induced hearing loss. So what we have
kids
done
are exposed so much younger than they ever were. If I have it from being born in 95 and getting diagnosed at 17, 18, I have a nephew who's 5, a niece who's 9, and so it's something we're like super worried about.
And you even see children younger than that wearing, listening.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you can't go
games.
to a restaurant without seeing kids on an iPad,
Yeah, mom and dad can have some quality conversation while Junior's over in the corner just blasting the headphones, and the parents don't really care because they're having a nice quiet evening out with the child who's being taken care of by some mobile device with some kind of headphone on. So from a technology standpoint, is like I said, we cap the volume at 85 decibels. And it's not as simple as just putting in a couple of resistors and capping the volume at 85 decibels. The digital signal processor that we use from Qualcomm, which is CSR, it actually goes off, and our audio engineer actually went in there and tweaked the algorithm in there to go off and make sure that our sound curve that we have with our headphones it's more of a premium quality, that it sounds good at lower levels. And the interesting thing about that is a lot of times when you read a lot of reviews out in the marketplace on headphones, people say, this one's got really good bass, real deep bass, it can do all these great things, and it sounds great. But the double-edged sword with bass is the more bass that you have, it kind of muddles out the vocals. So naturally you're going to turn it up a little louder so you can still have that heavy bass and you can hear the vocals. And then as that goes on over time, as your hearing gets a little bit beat up from the constant barrage of decibels going into your ears, you're going to keep on turning it up, right? So you're going to get more bass, you get more vocals, and it's going to keep on going until, which is, by the way, there's another product that we're looking at doing next year is more of a over-the-counter type hearing aid device. So we're trying to get people to solve noise-induced hearing loss on one end of the spectrum, and then if that didn't work and you went to too many, Grateful Dead concerts or Rolling Stones concerts or whatever, or you're listening to your headphones too loud, we'll catch you on the other end of the spectrum with a hearing aid type of a product. So,
Nikki, let me ask you. The image that a lot of parents might have if you say, "Oh, these are children's headphones," is that, well, they're just inexpensive, and the difference is only I'm going to pay less for these because they're kind of throwaway things. Kids won't take care of them. You've really built a quality product here.
Yeah, exactly. We want it to look cool. Like with the whole volume limiting aspect, that can be a bit irritating for the kids. Why, like your parents are forcing you to cap the noise level. So we wanted to make sure it was something that looks good and that kids would want to wear. So I think that's a big important part. We kind of have a retro look to it. Because back in my day, it was Beats. I graduated high school in 2013, and I was a year young for my grade, so I didn't have my license. And so, my dad was driving me, and he was listening to his talk radio. So then there I was in the front seat blaring my music to, prepare for school. So things are different now.
You're also doing some interesting work with an organization that's called Culture City. And you've got another product, I think, out that kind of ties in with them. Tell us about it.
Yeah, that's a good point. So a couple years ago, I was introduced to the Culture City people. They went down to their culture ball in a nice, beautiful late August in Birmingham, Alabama. Went down to the culture ball. It's quite warm, and and what they were focused on is inclusion of autism into life. And the founder, him and his wife, have two children, and one of them is a nonverbal autistic child. So we kind of hit it off when we met each other, and we had a nice time, and things were going pretty good. And this last, we were kind of going back and forth over the last couple of years. And in the last couple of weeks, we've donated, Puro Sound Labs has donated to Culture City 2,000 of our Puro Calm special edition earmuffs / headphones for their events. And what they do at Culture City is it's all about sensory inclusion. If you've ever looked at like the autism spectrum chart, there's like 13 or 14 different things that are on the autism spectrum, anywhere from ADHD to gifted, to all different things that are on there. And one of the interesting things in working with Culture City is they put together a sensory inclusion bag at multiple locations around the country, i.e. the Oklahoma City Thunder. They're going to be at the Major League All-Star Game. They'll be at the Pro Bowl. They'll be at the Warriors' new arena up in San Francisco. So basically, in an indoor arena, they basically have 50 bags of things that people can go to customer service and rent out for the night, which includes a pair of Puro Calm earmuffs. It includes some fidget type spinners or devices and different things to go off and let people who need this type of device and need the calming of the hearing aspect. They can go off and use this to go off and rent this little device for free. And they put 50 into an inside arena. An outdoor arena where it's not as loud, they have 20 of these. But they're in a couple of hundred venues across the country, and they're going more global. So we're excited about the partnership with them. And with our current Puro Calm headphones, when you buy one from us, we'll donate one to them. And we seeded that project with 2,000 units. And we're excited about it.
Tell parents what Puro Calm actually does for a child.
So it's a typical, if you're on an airplane, you look out on the tarmac and you see the people working out there, and they have the ear muff headphones on. It's similar to those. It knocks down, Nicole, I think it's 27 decibels. It really calms the environment down for the individual. And what Culture City told us was one of the interesting things about this program that they're running. It is for the sensory inclusion, but it's also PTSD. A lot of people with PTSD, when they get into a loud environment, those noises kind of set them off to kind of ruin the whole event for them. To whether it's a restaurant or an arena or wherever they're at. So the headphones that they're wearing is blocking out all these noise and has that calming effect, and they can actually enjoy the atmosphere in which they're in.
Yeah, congratulations on that work. So where can people find your products? And I assume just before the holidays here, people can still find some deals. Nicole,
I'll let you talk.
Absolutely. We are available on our Amazon page, also available on our purosound.com, where we're actually so we have all of our BT2200s, and we're debuting our Puro Quiets. But for the BT2200s, we're actually doing a deal for the whites at $59.99, and then the rest are at $74.99. So you got some deals before, and we ship everything before the 17th, and people will get them in time for the holidays.
Terrific. And it's spelled Puro Sound.com. Dave and Nikki Russell, thank you for taking the time with us.
Hey, thanks for having us. We appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you, Fred. It was really nice to talk to you.
Now this. How many companies out there have continued to innovate when it comes to building a better radio? I'm Fred Fishkin, host of Techstination, and I'm here to tell you about the new CC Skywave SSB radio from the wonderful people at C. Crane. Bob and his crew really love radio, and it shows in this new compact model that is packed with features. Beyond great AM and FM reception and sound, you can tune into shortwave signals from around the world, listen to ham radio operators, aviation, and more. It's the radio you'll turn to every day, and in emergencies. It will run for nearly 3 days on just 2 AA batteries. Pair the sleep timer with the new Soft Speaker 3, and you've got the perfect radio for your nightstand. Of course, it can wake you up too. Click on C-Crane at Techstination.com and put in the code Techstination for a free flashlight with your order. They love radio, and you'll love C-Crane.